Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about another project that has a good mid to long term potential, and this project is called the Flux Token or the Flux Token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website runonflux.io in order to learn more about the project, right? But before we talk about the Flux token, I want to talk to you guys about Gateio. Gateio is a centralized exchange that's known for listing low market cap gem tokens way before they get listed on major centralized exchanges such as Binance or Coinbase. What this means is if you have a Gateio account and if you buy these low market cap gem tokens, you stand a chance to make 10, 20, 50 or even 100x gains on these cryptos, right? And if you don't have a Gateio account right now, I suggest you to use the link in the description to set up your Gateio account today. And by doing so, you not only get a chance to make some really good gains on the low market cap crypto that they have, but you can also use some of their most popular tools such as copy trading, giveaways, and NFT boxes in order to further increase your profitability as well, right? And by using the link to set up a Gateio account, you are also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank you in advance. So going back to the Flux token, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information presented on CoinMarketCap's page for this token, along with the information presented on their website itself. But this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So what is Flux? Flux is a new generation of scalable decentralized cloud infrastructure. Simply develop, manage, and spawn your applications on multiple servers at once, ready for Web3, dApps, and more. So what Flux basically does is it's a new generation of scalable decentralized cloud interface. So it's a cloud infrastructure platform that focuses on scaling as well as providing a new generation solution to the users, right? And what you can do on Flux is you can basically develop, manage, and spawn all your applications on multiple different servers at a single time, right? So you can do this on multiple different servers simultaneously, which is the major advantage of using Flux. And they are fully ready for Web3, dApps, and more. So you can basically build multiple different dApps, any form of Web3 applications, as well as NFTs, NFT platforms, gaming, and everything else, right, on their platform. So the Flux ecosystem is a fully operational suite of decentralized computing services and blockchain as a service solutions which offer an interoperable decentralized AWS like development environment. So if you take a look at the current web services, Amazon Web Service or AWS is basically the most commonly used centralized environment where where applications can be used. But Flux is aiming to be the Amazon Web Service of the Web3 ecosystem, right? So they have a fully operational suite of decentralized computing services, along with they offer blockchain as a service solutions as well, which is pretty useful for several other platforms. And they offer interoperability, decentralization, as well as an AWS-like development environment. So it's similar to AWS, but it's a decentralized version of AWS, right? The ecosystem consists of the following components, which are fully deployed and operational. So we have the following major components of Flux, which we can go through. So Flux is basically a native GPU mineable proof of work coin, providing incentive for hardware hosters, DAO governance on-chain, and bad actor mitigation via staking requirements for running hardware. So the Flux platform itself is a native GPU mineable proof of work coin, right? It's a coin that is running on the Flux ecosystem, and it can provide incentive for hardware hosters, DAO governance on chain, any bad actors mitigation using staking requirements for running hardware. So they do all of this with the help of the Flux coin itself, right? So the next generation Web3 computational network with more than 10,000 Flux nodes are located all across the globe, providing around 75,000 plus vCores of CPU power with 228.19 terabytes of RAM and 5.11 petra of storage. So they have a lot of storage as well as computing capability distributed across the globe, right? So the world's largest decentralized Web3 computational network to date. So they are calling themselves as one of the most largest Web3 computational network to date, which is also decentralized, right? Anyone can stand up a Flux node anywhere in the world if they provide the required Flux collateral and hardware for one of the 3 Flux node tiers. So if you want to start your own Flux node, you can do just that by basically providing Flux collateral and a hardware for one of the 3 Flux node tiers, right? Which you can find on this link that they've mentioned here. And the other component that they have is basically Flux nodes. These can basically run on Raspberry Pi or home PC or servers or VPS hardware from anywhere on the world. Flux node operators are rewarded with Flux tokens through block rewards, but are also able to earn other cryptocurrencies by hosting specific dApps on their nodes. So the next important component is the Flux node itself, which can be run on any of these kind of hardwares and can be fully done anywhere in the world. And you can also get the benefit of mining or earning another cryptocurrency on top of earning Flux tokens by hosting the specific dApps on their nodes, right? And the next component is Flux Os, which is an operating system that's running on top of the Linux to manage the network by verifying and benchmark compute power, deploying, running, and load balancing decentralized applications, managing XDAO governance, and more. So the next component is Flux Os, which is an operating system that's running on top of Linux, and it's basically to manage the network by verifying compute power, deploying, as well as running and load balancing decentralized applications, right? So any hardened Dockerized app can be deployed via Flux Os, and the network currently hosting more than 534 running dApps spawned over 3,200 plus instances, including blockchain infrastructure, social media, data oracles, websites, games, and file storage. So these are all things that you can learn by yourself. But basically, they are talking more about the functionalities of the Flux Os application itself, right? So the next component is parallel chain interoperability. So this is also available by Flux. So it is a DeFi bridge providing accessibility to major decentralized applications, provide interoperability with other blockchains and DeFi access. So you can basically use the parallel chain interoperability to access major decentralized exchanges, along with providing interoperability to other blockchains and DeFi access as well, right? And the final component is Zelcore, which is the official Flux wallet. That is a premier multi-asset self-custodial wallet for PC and mobile with in-wallet integration of major centralized and decentralized applications. So this is their website here. It is a wallet, again, to store your Flux tokens. And if you scroll further below, Flux is an open source, community-driven and independent project without any outside investors. So they are not invested by any outside investors. So they're basically a community-driven project, which has kind of like a closed investment practice, which is fine because there's not a lot of external investors to kind of predict on whether they may get potentially a Binance listing or Coinbase listing or so on and so forth, right? So as such, Flux is fairly distributed without any pre-mined coins or distributions from other than holders, miners, and node operators. So the Flux token itself is a fully fair token. It is fairly distributed. There is equal distribution between operators, miners, as well as holders as well. The project is highly committed to building a true decentralized future by staying independent and continually pushing for innovation and disruption in blockchain technology. So they're trying to focus mainly on innovation and creating a disruptive product in the crypto space, thereby making a name for themselves, right? So the Flux economic model highly incentivizes holders, GPU miners, and node operators through airdrops, mining, and node rewards. So the The economic model itself is very rewarding because they are trying to make sure that people retain their tokens rather than dumping it by giving airdrops to token holders, providing mining incentives as well as node rewards as well, right? Node operators are also able to earn additional cryptocurrencies through paid partnerships and paid app hosting. So if you are a node operator, you can earn additional cryptocurrencies on top of the Flux tokens through paid partnerships and paid app hosting as well, right? So that's pretty much a quick overview of this token itself. So let's go to the website, which is run on flux.io, which is a pretty cool website right off the bat, and I really like their logo on the top left corner. So they are a decentralized cloud infrastructure, which we spoke about, and decentralized Web3, the next generation computational network, which is the Flux network. And if you see, they have deploy app if you want to access that, launch node as well as GPU mine. If you want to become a GPU miner, I highly recommend you guys to read through this GPU mine section of the website here. And here they have live data that shows 11,152 nodes, along with the decentralized infrastructure nodes that are live right now, about 5,366.75 terabytes of data, as well as 78,418 V cores with 239.20 terabytes of RAM, right? So lots of impressive numbers indeed. So download our multi-asset crypto wallet called Zelcore, as we discussed. Zelcore is a wallet which you can download it here, right? So they don't have any active investors from outside, as I mentioned, but they are partnered with several other projects such as Seed, BitPay, Cadena, Wire, Nvidia, FIO, FTX, CoinMetro, as well as Presearch. So these are all some of the projects that they're working with actively as a partner, right? And the Flux ecosystem is basically the new Web3 for a decentralized internet. So they're trying to create a decentralized internet project, which is what their main focus is. And if you watch this video, you can understand better about this project itself. So therefore, I highly recommend you to watch this video, right? So launch your app, want to run a dApp on Flux network. So you can do that. As I mentioned, if you run a dApp as a node operator, you can gain additional cryptocurrencies as well, right, as your income. So that's pretty cool. Launch your app, and they have supported platforms which includes Private Bin, SyncTube, TeamSpeak, Cadex, Element, Owncast, Wellheim, Terraria, Grossi, Diagrams.net, and so on and so forth. So these are all some of the platforms that this token is supported on. And if you scroll further below, you can see some of the other platforms, all the platforms that we covered that have worked with them. So Flux dApps, you can see some of the Flux dApps, which also interoperates with other blockchains as well. So try Flux OS, which is Flux OS, which is their operating system, which you can also read about by watching this video as well. So your gateway to the decentralized Web3 infrastructure. And this is kind of like the overview of their platform itself. They have multiple options to offer, which is decentralized, interoperable, redundant, API backed, and so on and so forth. So these are all some of the features that they have to offer to the crypto space. So the Flux nodes, as well as the Flux node distribution, is a scalable and decentralized computation network in and of itself. Let's use the network. So they're enterprise grade, scalable, rewards, they provide rewards, and they're global. So anyone can start a node at any time they want, right? So this basically talks about the Flux nodes itself and some of the rewards that you can get. So here are some of the information if you want to run a Flux node, right? So you can also subscribe to the newsletter by clicking on the subscribe now button here. And obviously they are the gateway to the blockchain ecosystem. They have multiple different information about mining gears and equipment, leveraging the power of multiple blockchains. So here they have, the Cadex, Cadena, they're available on that blockchain as a Flux KDA kind of like token pair. You can obviously mine this token with on Ethereum as well, but that's completed right now because you can mine it by providing liquidity to Flux ETH. On Binance Smart Chain, you can provide Flux BSC, and Solana, you can provide Flux Sol as a liquidity pair and get rewards, right? So Zelcore, again here they're talking more about Zelcore, which is also enterprise grade, scalable, built-in exchanges, cross-platform, and so on and so forth. And at the end of the page, you can see some of the social media information which can help you connect with their community, right? So overall, a very robust platform and a robust project that has a high potential in the mid to long term, right? So going back to the coin market cap page for this token is currently ranked 160th by market cap and coin market cap, and it's currently trading at $1.30 at the time I'm making this video, with about 3.21% decrease in the past 24 hours. So it seems like this token has been going down a little bit in the past 24 hours. The market cap is only $302.2 million in market cap. It's not even $500 million in market cap. It's definitely not a low market cap token. It's definitely a mid tier market cap token, but it's still a good token to look into because it could go to a $1 billion evaluation in the next few years, right? So it's definitely a project that can definitely grow in the future. The max supply is only 440 million tokens. Again, I personally like tokens that have 100 million or less tokens is the max supply, but this token has a max supply of 440 million, which is slightly higher, but at the same time it's significantly lower than 1 billion or even 5 billion or even 10 billion tokens as max supply that we covered in our channel recently, right? So I think this is way better than that, and out of which 53% of the tokens are already in circulation. So there's definitely a lot of good things with the tokenomics that we are noticing, because above 53% of the tokens are already in circulation, which means the price slumping action due to the tokenomics effect will happen, has already mostly happened already, but I think in the future it will only continue to go upwards in price because there won't be any form of resistance, because not a lot of people will be dumping the tokens, right? And I believe, as I mentioned like a few seconds ago, this token is basically a lot of people are incentivized to keep their tokens by this project because they want people to hold on to their tokens or stake their tokens, or even use it for other activities within the network instead of like motivating them to dump or even giving them an opportunity to dump as well, right? So I think when it comes to that action, this token has some really good tokenomics which can definitely boost the price of this token in the long term, right? So as I mentioned, the initial tokenomics based price slumping has already pretty much concluded, with a huge chunk of the token's time clearly being at the bottom of 50 cents mark, but now it's kind of like going down as well. But in the recent times it has reached all-time highs up close to the $3 range, right? So when it comes to the price itself, the token was initially worth 3 cents per token as of 4th of August 2018. It was moving sideways for quite some time and was around the 3 cents mark, occasionally going up and down, but not significantly. But it was like this till 2021, 2nd of February. But all of a sudden, this token started going up, rocketing in price, reaching an all-time highs of close to $2.75. Again, this was as of November 2021. And then it kind of briefly took a breather and then reached new all-time highs of slightly over $3 per token before crashing down, right? And then it became a little bit volatile, and now it's kind of going in the downward trajectory, right? So obviously this token is going to go down even further. I think this token will go below the $1 mark, which will probably be a good opportunity to buy this token, because once you buy this token after the $1 mark, it will probably rocket again to the moon, right? So again, that's definitely a possibility, and it could make some new all-time highs again, and that's definitely something that you need to look out for, right? So if you take a look at the Bitcoin comparative again, if you see the Bitcoin comparative was quite different back then because it was kind of decoupled with the dollar comparative, but now the token seems to be kind of like moving in the same direction as dollar comparative, right? So the initial price of this token was 4,251 satoshis, and then reached an all-time highs of close to 40,000 satoshis per token before crashing back down, and then moved sideways for a decent period of time, reaching 3,600 satoshis per token as of 17th of August 2021. And then reached a new all-time high, breaking 70,000 satoshis per token before crashing down to its current price point of about 33,000 satoshis per token, right? So I think this token can go down even further in the Bitcoin comparative as well. I think this token will definitely go below the 25,000 satoshis per token, which will probably be a good opportunity to buy this token, right? Otherwise, this token, if you buy this right now, it'll continue to go downwards and you will be losing a lot of money, right? So be very careful, because you can definitely buy this token at a much better price point in both Bitcoin and dollar comparative. So don't really rush to buy this token. Make sure you use your time to do your own research on this token, right? And when it comes to the markets itself, this token is obviously available on several exchanges, including Binance, Gateio, as well as KuCoin. And I don't think it's available on Coinbase yet, but it's available on PancakeSwap as a BEP20 token, and a lot of other exchanges as well. But I wouldn't really go below the Gateio, KuCoin, and Binance. And obviously, Gateio seems to be having the most volume and liquidity for this token. And if you don't know what Gateio is, it's a popular centralized exchange where you can buy low market cap gem tokens before they shoot to the moon, right? So if you use the link in the description to set up your Gateio account, you not only get a chance to make some really good gains on this low market cap crypto, but you can also get a 30% trading fee rebate on any of the trades that you make in Gateio, right? And by using the link to sign up for a Gateio account, you're also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank in advance. Apart from that, KuCoin and Binance are probably the best exchanges out there. I think Binance has a lot of traction, and therefore Binance would be the second best exchange and KuCoin would be the third best exchange, but Gateio is definitely the number one exchange for me, right? So when it comes to the overall verdict of this token, guys, I think this token has a huge potential in the future. They're trying to create a decentralized Web3 AWS solution for all the problems that we have in the crypto space, and I think they can definitely become just that, because I think they're definitely growing at an immense pace. They've been around for quite some time, since 2018, and at the same time they have some really strong tokenomics which will help them go to the moon in the next 3 to 6 months from now. I think from the 3 to 6 months from now, this token can easily cross its previous all-time high and make a new all-time high at $4 per token, or even slightly higher than that. But in the next 3 to 5 years from now, I think this token can easily cross the $10 to $15 mark, which is easily plausible because of their design and strong fundamentals, right? Again, this is just my opinion, guys, not financial advice. Please do your own research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? Again, remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.